Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages and sizes, demon spawns everywhere. It's your host for the most, Benjamin Dutil, coming to you back with another exciting and fun episode of the Horror Heated YouTube channel and the South Jersey Horror Podcast. Today I am sitting down with Diomira Keane. I hope I did that right. If not,
You
you
did, you
can
got it.
punch me. You can punch me later. It's okay. Um, who plays Helen Foster in the new movie 825 Forest Road? A couple weeks ago, I spoke to Joe Falcone about his role in the film, and now I'm sitting down with you. Your role, you play Helen Foster, which
Thank you.
is a very important role in the film. And congratulations, this being your film debut. Big high
Thank
five for
you.
you. Big clap.
Thank you. Yay.
That's awesome. It's always to have your film debut in a movie that's recognized worldwide now. This movie is blowing up on social media. I don't know if you keep an eye on that or not,
Yeah,
but
as it should.
there's a Facebook group called Hell House LLC fan group, and they've been
Yes.
talking about 825 Forest Road for the longest time because it's the same director.
Mhm.
So anyway, you're a part of something big. Be proud of yourself because this is amazing.
Oh,
It's a
thank you.
really good movie. I enjoyed it, as I told Joe, that I could not avert my eyes. My eyes were stuck to the screen the entire time because I want to know what the hell was going to happen next. So that's just me. I don't care what anyone else thinks about the movie. They can kiss my ass. They can kiss her ass too. How about that? All right. Anyway, so for those who didn't catch the interview with Joe Falcone, what's the movie about? I'm glad you asked because I'm going to tell you. So this movie is about the story of Helen Foster, who is pretty much the badass bitch who wants everyone out of her house, and
Period.
because they're invading her private space. Damn it, I'd be mad too if they come. If I was trying to being a free spirited ghost and y'all moving to my house, I'd be pissed off too, trying to
My
get you out of there.
house.
So anyway, the movie promised scares and it was delivered with a sucker punch. Not gonna lie, because you will never see what this movie has in store for you. If you have not watched it yet, shame on you. It's on Shudder. So eat my ass if you haven't watched it yet, okay? And so everything you predict going on to be off in some way. But Ashland's darkest supernatural secret eventually comes knocking at Chuck's front door, her. Um, so
It's me.
um, so her name is Helen Foster, played by the beautiful Diomira Keane, and ultimately deaths are her calling card. So she is a mean ghost with a mean streak. Enough about that. Let's bring our guest in. Please give a very warm welcome and a standing ovation for Diomira. How the hell are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing so good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And from what I
Good.
understand, you're in Philadelphia, right? You're a local.
Yes. Yeah.
I am literally right across the river from Philadelphia in New Jersey. So,
Yeah.
I live. I don't know if you're familiar with like the area, but you know where Tacony is, Palmyra.
The bridge,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I am literally 3 minutes from that bridge.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I'm always in and out
I'm
of Jersey all the time.
I'm very close to the Tacony area. There's a bar that they call Curians that go there every once in a while. Hush, hush. Anyway, it's an Irish bar. It's a two-story Irish bar. It has sporting games on top. It's a really cool place to go to if you want to kill some time. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you and your role as Helen Foster. Because if you don't tell me to shut up, I'm going to keep talking about myself. So please tell me to shut up, okay?
Okay, I'll
Because
try.
well, no, I don't care. Not gonna hurt my feelings any. So, um, your character Helen Foster,
Yes.
um, which you delivered phenomenally. Just
Oh,
saying,
thank
because you
you.
did such a good job.
Thank you.
There's some scenes that you read that scared the shit out of me. Um, I was prairie dogging sometimes, so I'm not gonna lie. So that's how it went. So, so if you could please tell us a little about yourself and how you landed this most outstanding role.
All right. Well, boy. Yeah, I actually so this is my my film debut. My background is actually a little bit more in theater. Um, I did Mr. I don't know if there's any theater people watching, but I did Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. I did Little Women. I did Judas Iscariot and a couple of others. So I have like a couple years of theater acting under my belt, and I signed up for this website called Backstage, which is sort of it's for union and non-union actors. It's sort of like the quickest way to describe it would be like Craigslist for actors. You have to pay to be a member, obviously, but it's sort of like a way to just get gigs. So I had my profile up there for a while, and then it was actually Stephen Cognetti, I believe, who initially reached out to me, and he asked me to play the role of Helen Foster. And I remember, as we had gotten to talking, that he said that one of the reasons that he chose me specifically was, first of all, because I was pretty local. We did all of, or I don't know if 100%, I think, yeah, I think 100% of the shooting was done in Jim Thorpe, PA. So I was pretty local. I was like driving distance away. And he also had noticed on my profile, I had a lot of cosplay pictures. I do cosplay a lot. I make all my own costumes, and I've been doing that for years and years and years. So I had quite a few cosplay pictures up there of just various costumes. And he had seen those and he was like, yeah, you just like, you seem like a person who is okay with sitting in makeup for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I was like, yeah, I can do it, man. You need someone to sit down and get their face beat. That's me. So that was initially how we had connected and why he reached out to me.
Very nice. I
Mhm.
am very familiar with Backstage. I signed up for like a year ago, but no luck, which is okay because
Yeah, it is. Yeah, man, it's a hit or miss. It really is like dry spells, and then you'll get a whole bunch of messages. It's really up and down. I mean, I guess I'm lucky enough that it paid for itself within a couple months of me having it, but it's definitely like, don't get too down on yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because it is, yeah, it's all over the place. I mean, such is the business, I guess.
well, I'm not letting it bother me because I'm doing this. I'm talking to
Yeah,
actors on my show, so it doesn't bother
yeah.
me. I'm doing it for free. I don't care. I've okay. I don't know if you ever saw my other videos, but I do play in a short independent film, which is coming out at the end of this month. I have a 30-second role. It's as a
Nice.
podcaster. I'm like, I could do that, not a problem.
Yeah,
So 'cause I do it all the time.
yeah.
So I reached out to the director because they're filming here in New Jersey, down by Mantua, Mullica Hill, stuff like that, and it's called The Farmhouse Murders. And there's a bunch of big name actors like Eric Roberts, Sadie Johnson, people from the original It movie in the '90s, a lot of
Nice.
big names. So, but
Yeah.
I was like, are you looking for any remote roles? He's like, yes, we need someone to do a podcast. I'm like, I can do it. Just send me my lines, and I can do it. And it
Yeah.
was like a 30-second role, but he's like the your character is gonna be a fan favorite. God, I fucking hope so. So
Yeah.
so I need the recognition, okay? Not just doing
Yeah.
not just interviewing actors, but which I love doing. I really love
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing. I'm still struggling with subscribers. Subscribe to my channel, damn it.
That's exciting though.
Hey,
Good for you. That's gonna be really fun for
I
you.
know. But I think eventually, like later on this month, they're gonna start back up again filming because they took a break to the winter time because the whole movie is set during the springtime.
Yeah.
So he wants to make it look realistic. So which I get, not a problem.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
So, but there's like over 100 people in this movie. It's ridiculous. Um,
Nice.
Shane, I'm sorry. Not Shane. Sean Duffy, the director. I'm sorry. The movie's not ridiculous. Being in it is ridiculous, like in a good way. Okay. Anyway, enough about me. So, you're local. You live in Philly. You're within maybe I don't know. I want to go to Jim Thorpe. That's like an hour and a half away from Palmyra. So
Yeah.
one of these days, I'm gonna go there and check it out because that's one of my favorite things to do is check out film locations.
Yeah. It's
Um,
beautiful. If you like hiking too, man, there's just like it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hiking, and there's like this train that goes through. It's like very pastoral, very beautiful.
because I did go chance to go visit the film set of The Visit and Shyamalan because he does a lot of filming in
Hmm.
Pennsylvania as well. And probably one of the biggest mistakes I ever did in my life. So I drove on the property, completely ignored the no trespassing sign. So I'm driving on the property, and I'm turning around, and this guy walks out with a shotgun. I was like, "Oh shit, it's getting real."
Ooh.
So I stopped. I'm like, "Sorry, sir, I just wanted to check out the set real quick because the visit was filmed here." He's like, "I know that, and we get people like you all the time. And I'm getting sick and tired of your shit." I'm like, "Dude, you ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm getting the fuck out of here, okay?"
Yeah.
But at least I got to see the house up front, like up close. So
Yeah.
I wanted to take a picture, but he wouldn't let me, which is fine. But I
Yeah.
still got I still got to see it. Anyway, that's something I do. I visit field locations, and I think my most favorite one so far is the Exorcist house in Georgetown, DC. So that's like my. But yeah, I had to go. I was there for a week for training. I'm like, dude, it's a 2 hour walk. I can do it. So
Easy.
anyway, tell me to shut up, damn it. I'm gonna keep talking about myself.
Sorry.
Uh, Tell me, Ben, zip your lip. Okay. All
I'm
right.
just such a good listener.
So,
I don't know.
but okay. Your character, Helen Foster.
Yes.
what can your own from your own perspective, what can you say about her and what her deal is?
Um, man, spoilers, spoilers. Yeah. I I think that she is correct. I think that every choice she has made has been the correct choice. Um, I don't know like how much I really want to say that would be considered a spoiler. Not okay. Let me put it this way. Let me
No,
put
no,
it
no,
this
no,
way.
no, no, no. It's okay. If they haven't watched the movie by now, it's their
Yeah.
fault. So just
Yeah,
spoil
yeah,
it
yeah,
away.
yeah.
I don't give a
Take
shit.
a yeah, take a pause, watch the movie, and then come back. I will say that she does have like you learn about her pretty most of the movie is about these characters figuring out what this ghost's deal is or what the deal is with the town. Um, and so a lot of the movie is spent trying to piece together her, I guess, motive, if you want to call that, as a ghost. And she does have a motive. Like she's a real person who lived in the 1940s, and her daughter passed away under circumstances. I'll let everybody else discover that on their own. And she's basically out for revenge. So that's her backstory. Um, she she got her lick back. She got her lick back. So we stand. um, Ghost who stands on business. But she just keeps terrorizing the town. And I don't know if the like if that she just is not appeased by the revenge that she's gotten, if she's just out if this is just sort of like a positive feedback loop where she's just doing this now until somebody figures out a way to stop her. But she definitely has a very rich history and a motive, and I think something that um a viewer would be able to sympathize with, I suppose. I don't want to spoil it, so you guys can come to your own discoveries of Helen Foster in that regard. But yeah, that's sort of what her deal is.
Okay, so I'm going to spoil it for you if you're too afraid
Yeah,
to.
go for it.
So, so the story is about Helen Foster, who her daughter is bullied in school,
Yeah.
and her actions weren't justified. And if that was me, if I was in Helen Foster's shoes, I'd be pissed off too.
Yeah,
So
right.
because my daughter is autistic, and she got picked on a lot in high school, which
Yeah.
really pissed me off. Until I
Yeah.
went to the school myself, I literally went to the principal's office and I chewed his ass out.
Yeah. Good.
So because people got to stand up for people who are autistic, because
Yeah.
autistic children are afraid to do it for themselves.
Hmm.
So, and so I literally chewed out the principal's ass, the vice principal's ass, and her counselor's ass all at the same time. So I was like, I'm not afraid to talk to her
Good.
about it. I'm
Yeah.
not, fuck you people.
Yeah.
You
So
fucking my
you get
daughter,
her
I'm gonna fuck your
deal.
school. So anyway,
Yeah.
so yes, if I was Helen Foster, I'd be pissed off too. I would take
Hmm.
revenge out on those who did this shit to my daughter.
Hmm.
So if you don't like the sympathy, fuck you, kiss my ass. Okay, that's gonna happen. Okay, all right. So what was it like filming for your role? I mean, you had some scary shit going on, man. I'm telling you. I mean, that crawl on the floor scene behind the bed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
did that a
god.
few times. That we did that a few times, and the outfit. So the costume that I was in was very traditional, classic 1940s outfit. I think I had some tights that were like pretty ripped up, and shoes. My own shoes actually. I have like pretty era specific 1940s shoes that I own that I was able to bring with me on set. So I was just bare knees on hardwood, man, over and over and over again. We did that a few times, but it was fun. And I will say that like the majority, I feel like, of my spookiness is all thanks to my makeup artist, my effects makeup artist, Rachel Sully. So shout out to my girl. It was just my experience on the film was pretty much just me and Rachel, the makeup artist, the effects makeup artist, for I don't know 5 hours, maybe 6 hours a day getting into makeup, and we had like prosthetics on the eyebrows and the cheekbones. I had those blackout sclera contacts that go over your whole eyeball. um I had a wig that was like all messed up, like super greasy, like really heavy grease paint, greasy wig, that I would just be sort of like chilling in all day long. So if it's a very the role in it in and of itself was a very I wouldn't say the most comfortable physically to maintain throughout the day, but every time I caught a glance of myself in the mirror, I was like, oh, who is she? And there's this really funny scene, the scene where they're all at the like meeting, the Friends of Gardening meeting.
Church, yeah.
Yeah, at the church.
Hmm.
I'm actually standing. You see the stairs. I think it's behind Chuck or sort of like parallel to Chuck with the exit sign. I'm standing back there for quite a while, just sort of like waiting for my cue, waiting for what's going to happen. And they're going through their scene as normal. And I think I don't remember which actor it was. I'm not sure. It's been so long now, but somebody just like when they would like notice me standing there ominously, forget I'm there, and then notice me, and it would really like it would really spook them. And I'm just like like creepily like loitering in the shadows of all the
That would make a
sets.
that would make a
Yeah,
good scare scene. Just saying, if it was just like I don't know, like a light flicker or something above you, and next you see you standing like that. I'm like,
yeah,
what the no? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So, oh, that's awesome. I mean, like I
yeah.
said, your character scared the shit out of me. I mean, okay. So one of the creepiest parts was Helen eventually channels into Maria's mannequin. So
Yes.
very disturbing scene. Um, a huge nod to the Hell House LLC Pale Clown. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and Martha, and then slowly starts moving behind her. Like the mannequin starts to like moving her hands and shit.
Mhm.
Was that you doing that too? In that
I
playing
I
no?
don't we did a makeup test for me to be the mannequin. I think what ended up happening is that the dress didn't fit me quite right. And I think there was another actress who played the mannequin who ended up being on film. So I don't think that was me. It's been a while. We didn't film anything with me in the costume. So that wasn't me. I think we did a super brief makeup test about it and it just wasn't meant to be. So all of those scenes that you see with just the mannequin Martha coming to life was a different actress.
Fuck that. If I would have saw that, I would burn the shit out of that mannequin. And
I
I think that's what
know.
they did in the movie. I think they burned the
They
mannequin.
burned her, yeah.
I was like, good for them because I would have
Yeah.
chopped it in pieces in a
No
wood
way.
chipper,
No
burned it,
way.
buried it in a church graveyard or on holy
Yeah.
ground or something. Jesus Christ. No, not happening.
Yeah, way too spooky.
And this is why I don't have mannequins in my house because that thing, if that thing moves behind me, I'm leaving. I'm moving out, dude. I'm sorry. So
You'll never see me again. No
you
way.
better not move behind me, motherfucker. Just saying.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Michael Myers. I see you staring at me. Anyway,
Mhm.
I also had the concept like there's different chapters in the movie as well.
Yes.
So you see everything from Chuck's point of view, Isabel's point of view, Maria's point of view, and showing their own experience and how their own experience of the haunting. So, however, I would love to see the chapter on Helen just by herself. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm wanted to ask you why was that not incorporated in the movie? Did they ever tell you that why?
I don't know. No, no. I mean, I read the script as soon as I got it when I was cast, and um it sort of takes me a while to like process um things like that. And after we were finished, actually, after I watched the movie when it first came out, was when my friends and I were sort of like having a discussion about it, and we came to the consensus that there's definitely a Helen Foster backstory that is due, maybe a standalone, who knows. And also one of the characters, talk about fan favorites that my friends really liked, was Larry, the neighbor. They loved Larry, and they were like, Larry needs his own like standalone movie. Like I want to know what's up with Larry. Like I want to see like that whole entire like a chapter just about Larry. Like what how did he get roped into this, for sure. But that's just those are my opinions. I just Larry definitely needs a chapter. And yeah, I am very curious as an actor. I don't have any special spoilery in intel on Helen Foster's backstory anymore. I mean, I think that would be a really cool character to develop though too, especially because she does have such a solid reason for her haunting shenanigans, to be sure.
It's a very solid reason, and I don't
Yeah.
blame her. So I'm 100% on Helen Foster's side.
Me too. Me
Um,
too.
so I forgot what I was gonna say. Holy shit! Damn it! Oh no, now I remember. I talked to Joe. He said he heard rumors of a prequel that Steve Cognetti was going to come out with for a backstory on Helen Foster. So look at you, you're like, oh really?
Okay.
I didn't know about that. What the hell?
Okay.
So if I were
Yeah.
you, I would get in touch with Steve and ask, "What the fuck, dude? Can you get me back in this movie? Put me in the prequel with Helen Foster
Yeah.
because you, Jesus, your character spooked me for like at least 3 or 4 hours after watching the movie. So I was afraid to turn off my kitchen light at nighttime after watching
Yeah.
the movie. I'm like,
I'll
no,
get you. I'll
something's
stack
gonna
your
happen.
plates. I'll stack your plates when you're not looking. Like a
Well, come on
pyramid
over. I got
plate.
a few. I got some beers and vodka in the fridge.
Yeah.
So come on over. I will
That'll
happily.
be
You can
me.
happily haunt my house. I don't give a shit. My wife may not like it, but you can do all you want, in my opinion. So because after I was watching the movie at the living room by myself, because my wife went upstairs because she doesn't watch horror movies. So I'm sitting there watching TV, watching the movie, and I hear like a banging noise in my kitchen. I was like, oh
Mm.
hell no. I heard like
Mm.
tapping like a metal or something. Like, oh shit. All the dogs are upstairs. My wife's upstairs. I'm like, do I need to grab some holy water or
Mm.
something? Or like, you know,
No. No,
so
that's
yeah.
not for me to know about.
What I found out is like I found out that there's the water hitting one of the pans inside the sink because I've got the water all the way off. So I was
Okay.
like, thank God it's just that, and not someone
Yeah.
trying to haunt me. So
No. She was summoned.
so playing Helen Foster, what would you say was the most challenging part being her on film?
Um, I think trying to I think it's a couple of things mixed together. I think it's trying to maintain a very like stiff, straight posture, not moving for a very long amount of time because a lot of it's jump scares, a lot of it's me standing in the background. Like there's that scene where Isabel's going into the room and then the light, and I'm in the back like corner of the room, just like, and I gotta be back up there, super scary. I think holding those poses it was pretty intense. And I think in addition to that, and also by itself, being in the costume, being in the effects makeup, being in the sclera contacts, which just by the name like contacts, especially the ones that cover up like all of your eyeball, really get pretty itchy after a while. So it was just sort of like being like greasy and itchy and like achy and I also had this like corset too that it's like and being in the corset, like straight posture, not moving, itchy eyeballs, for just kind of hours on end. I think that was probably the hardest thing for me, to be
But
honest
you
with you.
wash your, I bet you wash your hair at least a dozen times after filming.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. They put the spirit gum remover on me and like baby oil to get all of the makeup off, and like I was still picking like spirit gum out of my hair like days afterwards.
I totally get it because I was a scare actor in the Valley of Fear. I don't know if you've been there before in Feasterville. Um,
Okay.
I wore my character was called Pork Chop. I wore a pig burlap sack mask, and I wore it for like 8 hours.
Okay.
But
Yeah, so you
oh my
get it.
God, you might be able to see it. Hold on a second. I showed it to what's his name earlier too. So I don't know if you can see it there.
Okay, yeah, I see him. Oh, he's
Yeah,
spooky. He's
yeah.
great.
Thank you. I did the makeup myself.
That's really, really cool. I love the name Pork Chop
So
too. That's funny.
that's the name I gave him.
Yeah, that's really funny.
I worked there for two seasons. Absolutely
Yeah.
loved doing it, and but I got too old for that shit. So
Yeah.
because Feasterville is like a 45-minute drive. It's just ridiculous. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So especially driving a Dodge Ram, this gas sucker. So I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, but wearing that for 6 hours straight, scaring people.
Yep.
I maybe they come out and take a cold shower. I was like, I fucking have to, man, because it's just
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And they never, not once. I can't talk shit about them. Never mind. Disregard that. I'm sorry, Christian, my old supervisor. I'm not going to talk shit about your Feasterville project. Okay. Anyway, so what could you say? Were there any fun scenes? Anything fun you did on set to fuck around with or make it easy for you?
Oh man. I think I think crawling real fast. That was pretty fun. I mean, it definitely bruised my knees up some, but that was I got a kick out of that. I think just sort of existing like with my hands folded, just sort of waiting to get on camera and people sort of forgetting that I'm there and getting spooked by me. That was pretty fun. Okay, yeah, actually, and there was this also one particular moment that comes to mind where um I'm sitting. So there's this scene where the real estate agent is filming the testimonial, and Maria is, well, Maria, okay, is like sitting, like talking, and her nose is bleeding, and then they switch me out for Maria. It's Helen Foster sitting there. The way we filmed that was I was sitting in Maria's place. Everything was else was as normal, and then I was doing the scream. And that was really fun. I got to scream like really loud, and that's always like very cathartic. So I think of those three things, I think that might be my top favorite on set moment.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
I want to talk about the last scene in the movie, the last segment before
Uh
the
the
before the end credit roll. You see, I forgot who the interview on the couch was. It Isabel or Martha or
it was Maria on the couch.
mm,
Isabel and Chuck are at the house, the other house.
okay. So, was it you who transitioned over from Isabel when they were interviewing her? Or is that someone else?
Uh are you talking about the testimonial with Maria at, like, in the, not the abandoned house? What are is it that one?
Yeah, like the main house they were doing their interview with, like the
Right.
when what's Joe Bandella's character comes in as the cameraman.
Yes.
So
Okay, yeah.
yeah, so was it you who transitioned over from What's Her Nuts to you?
So, Maria, we sort of, the way we filmed it. So I am, if it's is it a lore question where Maria's sitting there, because Maria's sitting there, but like Maria's gone. It's Helen Foster who's sitting there, and then the only time I think you really see, well, no, I do. I get up. The camera that Joe has is like flickering between Maria and Helen Foster. So I was sitting there. I was physically sitting there for a time as well, and they just sort of like flickered back and forth. But yeah, Maria is sitting there, but Maria's
No, she's totally spaced out and gone. Yeah, but
she's
full
not around
possession,
anymore.
no, full possession, no coming back. She's screwed.
No, she's
So,
gone, dude.
but
Yeah.
but for me, that was the scariest scene in the entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah, it
like,
was.
and I'm kind of pissed off about that because that's where they left it at. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, they could have just not left that as a cliffhanger. I would have been okay with it. So,
Yeah.
so now they definitely have to come up with a prequel and a backstory on Helen because I'm the kind of person who wants to know more.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so when prequels come out, I get excited because like, all right, now we get to find out what's going on with this character, like the prequel to Predator, the prequel to Prey, and the prequel to the thing. They did. Oh my god, I love prequels.
Yeah.
So, and now they got prequels to other prequels, which is now like a preschool or I don't know what you want to call that, but whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
a
for
sprequel.
sure.
There we go.
I
A
mean,
sprequel.
with the Hell House series, there's all sorts of prequels with prequels, sequels, shoot offs, which I think are all, I definitely have my favorites, but I think, in my opinion of the Hell House series, like, are solid standalone films as well.
Yes, I do love the Hell House. Okay, absolutely love the first one. Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Second and third one, not so much. So, but when the
Yeah.
Carmichael Manor came out, holy shit, that was good.
I think that
So,
was my favorite one too. Yeah.
because I interviewed three actresses for that movie as well, and I
Yeah.
learned so much about the Hell House franchise from that movie. And now they have Lineage coming out soon. I'm like, so now it's another prequel to the prequel, or like Bloodlines or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
Right, right.
Got too many damn movies coming out. I can't keep track of that shit anymore. So, so anyway, anything else about the film that you could tell us that no one else knows?
um, in terms of lore, like storyline.
Absolutely, give your best shot. Go ahead.
Oh man. Yeah, I certainly have my suspicions. I truly, not for the sake of not spoiling anything, I truly do not know anything more than the average citizen in terms of lore. I have my thoughts, my preferences. um, but yeah, my theories, I would say call them theories, but yeah, I don't have any solid evidence, information, juicy backstory. I wish I did. Unfortunately, I'm just as eager for explanation as everybody else.
And so, what do you know about your character that wasn't put in the film that you could tell us?
About my character that wasn't put in the film. Any little treats? Any little treats? It's sort of hard because a lot of the times when you're acting, you will get those moments of
Hmm.
like, this is what you're feeling right now. This is why. Um, because because my character was just sort of, I feel like the build up to seeing her was like what was giving her that trajectory. I don't know if I'm making sense. So I didn't really have to have a lot of guidance because of the way, like, the nature of the character. So Steven never gave me any little, like, any juicy little little
Nothing to work on.
secrets. Yeah, I have no secrets. I wish I did. I know something that
Steven, you suck. But I mean that in the most sincerest
no,
way.
no,
Okay.
no, no. I'm like, I'm trying to remember now. I don't think there was ever a moment where it was like, this is really what's going on, that I got to have. Just because I didn't really, like, for the acting part of it, require it, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe something will come to my mind, something that was slipped, and I'll let you know after the fact. But no, yeah, I don't think I have anything that nobody else knows.
Mm.
Yeah. Dang,
Maybe
I know.
so if they do
Shucks.
come with maybe with the prequel, they will spill something.
Yes, but
So
please.
with a few minutes left, I have to ask you: do you have anything exciting coming up you want to talk about, real quick?
Sure. Performance wise, the only thing I have going on, I am still doing theater here and there. Performance wise, I am participating in a burlesque show at the Sherman Theater in Strasbourg, PA. My friend Lara reached out to me about doing it. She's a really great burlesque performer. If anybody who's watching likes burlesque, her stage name is Satine Rouge. She asked me to be a part of it. It's has been hotel themed. I don't know if you've ever heard of the series. It's a cartoon, but like for grown-ups, like in the spirit of like Rick and Morty or something like that. I just recently got into it because of her asking me to participate. So I'm going to be playing Lilith in a burlesque show in Strasbourg. So that's
Nice.
the next thing that I've got on the roster.
Kudos for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So if Jesus Christ, Steven, if you listen to this, if you decide to make a prequel, please bring her back as Helen Foster. Because she did it so fucking well and she delivered. You have to bring her back.
Thank
So
you.
unfortunately, it's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I know you have
Yeah.
a very busy schedule. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I am honored to talk to you about your role as Helen Foster. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you
This
so much for
actually means a
having
lot
me.
to me. So, because is
Thank
this your first
you.
interview for the role?
I believe so. I think
Look at that.
this is the first official interview. Look at us.
Nice. Look at you.
Yeah. Yeah,
First
thank you
role,
so
first
much.
interview. You're doing it. You're
I'm
making
doing
shit
it.
happen. So,
Thank you so much for reaching out.
yeah. And absolutely, I wish you nothing but
Yeah.
the best of luck in your career and your future.
Thank
And
you.
absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the talented, the beautiful Diomira Keane, who plays Helen Foster, 825 Forest Road. Check it out on Shudder right now. If you haven't seen it by now, shame on you. You are a piece of shit. I'm kidding. No, you're not. Okay. So anyway, thank you again. And yeah, enjoy the rest of
Yeah,
your eating, and I'll see you
thank
around.
you. You as well.